Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this episode was absolute bananas. I'm not even gonna go play by play. I am going to address all of the craziness. So yeah, first of all, they were recapping stuff from the previous seasons, and we need to remember Tommy was messing with Holly. Holly went inside of Tasha's bedroom and she stole her earrings and it was wearing them and had nerve to tell Tasha that they weren't her earrings, that Tommy bought them, and Tommy took up for her. So apparently everyone was talking about these earrings in the episode where Tasha offed Lakeisha, and I didn't see the earring that dropped, but apparently y'all have some better eyes than me because y'all caught that earring, and it's a good thing y'all did because now the earring came back to bite us. So we'll talk about the earring later on, but yeah, we started the episode recapping, and I remember also there was a moment when Ghost and Tommy were talking, and they were outside the warehouse, and right before the people started shooting at them, and Tommy thought it was the Italians, but obviously it was not. And we still don't know who that was. Well, I don't know. Y'all comment down below if y'all know who that was that y'all think were shooting at Tommy and Ghost. But they were talking, and Tommy's like, yeah, so why didn't you tell me Proctor still had the recording of him, messing around with when he got rid of old boy and said, oh, this is not Tommy, this is Ghost. So Ghost is like, what are you talking about? In my commentary, I was like, I'm confused. I don't understand why Tommy said that. Now it all makes sense. So we're about to get into this episode. So first things first, I want so bad to get into everything that happened at the end of the episode, y'all. But okay, just keep listening because we're going to get there. So anyway, we've all been wondering what happened to Benny. What did Tommy do with the body? Because this was an unplanned number. You know what I mean? Benny just popped up at the house. They got to fighting. Tommy got the best of him. So apparently, Tommy he put on the outfit that he had. Remember when he went and got Alesia from the courthouse when they had to get her out, and him and Two Bit and Spank put on their paramedic outfits and had the ambulance. Okay, so apparently he still had the clothes from that. So what he did was he got rid of what he did with Benny is he took him down to the chop shop, paid someone, put the body inside of a car, did whatever they had to do. That's how he got rid of Benny. Well, that's what happened to Benny because we've all been wondering. Okay, so Tommy didn't have his car, so he had to call Crazy Kate. And Kate is like, oh, why didn't you call Lakeisha? And that's when he had to break it to her like, hey, Ma, Lakeisha is, she's passed away, and Ghost did it. And Kate is like, Ghost did not do that. So, she's like, all right, I'm going to take you home and I'm going to nurse you back to health because we know his mom always does that. Meanwhile, across town, we have Alesia Marie. Y'all know I love her. I love this little girl, and in this episode, y'all watch to the end, y'all will see, man, she's just so dope. She's an amazing little girl. But anyway, she's like talking to her aunt, and she was like, where's Uncle Benny? And her aunt is like, oh, don't worry about it, he just dropped you off, he'll be back. Alicia is like, listen, I know how this thing goes. Uncle Benny's supposed to be giving show proof of life every hour on the hour. When is the last time he called? This little girl is wise beyond her years, and she really shouldn't be. So her aunt is nervous, but she's trying to keep up appearances for the little girl to keep her strong. But Alesia Marie ain't even here for the mess. Next thing you know, we've got Vincent knocking on the door, and Auntie sends Alesia Marie upstairs. She answers the door. Vincent is there, and they looking for Benny. And Aunt is like, well, what's going on? Where's my brother? I need to know. So Alesia Marie is upstairs just listening to everything. This little girl, like I said, she's so freaking smart. And I think they underestimate her. But in this new Power Lookbook, isn't that what it's called, y'all? If it's called Power Lookbook, I'm not sure. But she's going to be a main player. She has to be, because she's too good of an actress for one. But on top of that, her character is just, there's so much that needs to be done. But we're going to see all of that. So Tommy is somewhat inside of his pa's bag because he doesn't want to hear anything other than, James killed Lakeisha. He set up his people, the warehouse. He did this, he did that. Kate is like, listen, Jamie did not do that. My Jamie would not do that. And Tommy is explaining to her, you don't know him. He did this. But we know this is just all emotion. At the end of the day, James really didn't do any of this. And like I said, stay tuned to the end. You'll see, because Tommy comes to his realization. This episode is so freaking wild. But anyway, let's keep rolling. So Dolores pops into the bedroom, and Alesia Marie's listening to the recording that her father gave her. This little girl's on the case. When I tell you, them detectives need to take a note from her, because this little girl's gonna get to the bottom of what happened to her father and eventually her Uncle Benny. So anyway, the aunt wants to take the recording to Uncle Carmine and just pretty much let them handle it. And Alesia Marie's like, wait, first before we do anything, I want to make sure that this is Tommy, because she recognizes the voice. So they get in, they meet with Tariq. Tariq plays all the way dumb. I don't know anything, don't know anyone, never heard that voice before in my life. But let me take the recording with me so I can, run it past some people. Dolores was like, no, you won't neither, because Dolores said, I think you're the one that pretty much put Tommy, you gave the call. You gave the call and Tommy came through and executed. So they leave, and Tariq instantly calls up Tommy and lets him know, hey, there's the recording. I heard your voice, blah, blah, blah. So now Tommy's like, all right, the recording's back in play. Now he knows. So that didn't do anything but further fuel Tommy's fire. So now he's really mad. He goes over to the Truth nightclub, and this was when they were having the announcement for the DNC for James joining Lorette. And also when he walks in, security starts talking to one another. They spot him. So I remember that episode. Tommy was looking amazing. The lighting was perfect. And I was like, what is he doing there? So he skates up out of there because security starts, they zone in on him. And as he goes out, Blanca's standing out there. She's like, hey, I got Lakeisha's stuff off of her body. So she gives him a little bag of all her little personals. And she pretty much puts a bug in Tommy's ear like, listen, I know you on the case trying to blame James for Lakeisha's death, but I just want to let you know he's not the one that did it. And Tommy's like, he kind of gave a little bit of light to it. Plus his mom was flipping out on him. Kate was going off because, Kate is like, Tommy, Ghost would not do that to you. So Blanca's like, yeah, he didn't do it, but we know that James is Ghost, and we need you to get on the stand and testify to that. Tommy's like, man, okay, so I guess you thought I was the snitch, rat, whatever. I'm not doing none of that. So they go back and forth, and then pretty much Tommy's like, if you ain't got nothing on me, you can't handcuff me right now, I'm up out of here. He goes to the car, he's sitting there looking at the bag. He sees the earring that all y'all have been talking about. So now he knows. He's like, wait a minute, James didn't kill Lakeisha. He knows exactly who did it, because those are the earrings that he vouched for Holly, saying that Holly didn't steal Tasha's earrings. So he goes over to the crib. He walks right through the house. I'm like, okay, Tommy is nothing but business. I was surprised Tasha, with his demeanor, didn't run out the house screaming. But in this whole scene, Tasha was a G, y'all. Tasha was straight. Like, I respect her so much because she knew her fate. Tommy's about to kill me. I'm not even going to trip about it. Listen, just take care of my kids. That's what she said. She told him, she's like, look, Tommy, we don't have to do this. Tommy's like, listen, I know what you did. I know you pulled that trigger. Admit it. So that's when Tasha pulled out. I remember in the episode where her and Lakeisha got into it, she grabbed the paperwork and ran out. She had the paper. It just so conveniently was sitting on the coffee table. And she's like, move Yaz's little dinosaur thing and you'll see the paperwork. How was the paperwork just sitting right there like that? I would have had that paperwork in a safe. It would have been under lock and key. It would have been in protective, a protective cover and all of that, because that's her saving grace. Tommy don't want to hear it. She's like, listen, I didn't fake Lakeisha's signature. That's Lakeisha's signature. She flipped on us, Tommy, to protect cash. So Tommy still is, I think a part of him knows that Tasha's right, but it still hurts that his girl is gone. So Tasha turned around. She looked him in the face. Tommy had the burn up to her head, and she was just like, listen, just take care of my kids. She turned backwards because she didn't want to face him while he did it. And she's like, I know you got to do what you got to do, but out of everybody, I'm just glad it's you and not a stranger. And she bowed her head and she was ready to take her fate. Tommy put it up. And then he walked out. I said, okay, so the last episode, the episode before last, we saw Dre. He gave into his heart and he didn't pull the trigger with his mom. Tommy just gave into his heart and he didn't pull the trigger with Tasha. That's respect. So when I tell you, this is probably my favorite episode so far, because they've been playing games for a long time on Power, but they really kicked it up with this one, and it only gets better. So if y'all are still rocking with me, y'all know this is my show. I love my power commentary. Make sure you share my video to get me out there so that more people can see me and I can get more exposure. And also make sure you all have subscribed to my channel. Make sure you thumbs me up. Comment down below what y'all are thinking about this episode. But this one is so bomb. I love looking at things from Tommy's perspective, because even when he left with Tasha and he went and met up with Ghost, there was something in his eye where you could tell he knew that Ghost didn't do this. So from his perspective, this exchange that they had was way different than what we watched originally. It seemed like Tommy was not as mushy in this one, and Ghost wasn't as sappy. Ghost is a little bit hard, running up on Tommy and, pretty much running his mouth. This was the episode where Ghost was running around giving everybody his behind the kiss, telling them, hey, I'm moving on, I'm leaving without you. So while they're having a conversation, now to me it makes sense why Tommy said that about the recording that Proctor had, and why they just were bumping the way they were. So all of a sudden we know bullets start flying out. Tommy got the heck up out of there. We didn't know what happened to Tommy. Tommy ran back to his mother's car, got in his mother's car, and drove off. And I know we all have 24 hours in a day, but I'm just wondering how many hours Tommy has in his day, because he done made all his rounds. But so the next round he made was over there to Alesia Marie. So he went to the aunt's house. And I'm like, yo, they got the two dudes out there, Vincent's dudes guarding the house. They're no match for Tommy. All of a sudden one walks, Tommy rattles the trash can, he walks around, pop, got him. Well, he grabbed him and kind of made him call the other dude. So when he called the other dude, Tommy done, the guy that he snatched up, he called the friend, like, hey, I need you to come over here. Tommy pops the friend once he runs over there to see what's up with his homeboy, picks up the phone. He got rid of both of them. Picks up the phone, and the friend had time to text. I was wondering what clued him off to go ahead and text Vincent, hey, we need backup. But anyway, Tommy busts the window out, goes inside the house. He runs up on Alesia Marie. I was like, wait a minute, don't hurt the babies, please. Tommy, don't hurt the baby. She was so scared. She's sitting there fiddling with her little necklace the whole time. And I was like, girl, get your hands off the necklace. Tommy's going to know. Alesia Marie is the best actor. I gotta look that little girl up because she's such a good freaking actor. I love her. I love this girl. Out of all of the actors they've had on there, the professionals and the not so professionals, Alesia Marie, she's the GOAT. So Tommy's pushing up on the baby. Where's the recording? She points to her little computer. She got a little My Little Pony computer and stuff. He was like, okay, so now you got a federal wiretap on this little bitty computer. Yeah, right, let's go. He tells her, pack your lunch, let's go. So he kidnaps Alesia. I'm like, come on. Him and the baby in the car, and he's pretty much coming down, like trying to, get her to tell him where the other part of the recording is. Tommy don't know what to do with her. He didn't want to kidnap the little girl, but he had to get out of the house, and she was coming with him. Tommy has the baby in the car. He's like, listen, what's going on with this recording? Because you was a real chatty Cathy when you was talking to Tariq today. She's like, wait a minute, you know Tariq? He was like, how you think I found you? When I tell you the look on Alesia Marie's face, he broke her heart because she didn't know that Tariq knew him. Tariq played like he didn't know him. So now she's like, wait a minute, somebody else has betrayed me. This little girl keeps getting her heart crushed at every corner. Like, I hate the way the actors are, the writers are doing her. So Tommy's like, yeah, he told me that, he told me everything. So now she was like, no, there's something else. This little girl is smart. She's smart. She just saved her own life. Tommy was not going to hurt her, but just in case he thought about it, she's like, no, my aunt, she made another part. She made a copy of the recording. He's like, oh God, not another copy. So yeah, and she brought it to my uncle, so he was like, who's your uncle? Savello. So he's like, wait a minute, Savello mob? She's like, yeah, that's my great uncle. Tommy's like, okay, of course he is. Now there's more layers to this mess. So now he knows he really can't touch this girl. So he takes her back to his spot. He calls Crazy Kate to come over there and take care of the baby so he can go out and do his thing. So he goes and he's surveilling the house. Now everyone is back. Her aunt is back. Everyone's like, oh, wait a minute, where's Alesia Marie? She's gone. The auntie should have never left that baby alone. That's all I know for a fact. The auntie should have never left her alone. But anyway, so Tommy's sitting in the car. He calls like, hey, I got something you want. You got something I want. Let's do an even exchange. Savello's at the house. Tommy sees him through the window. because he's sitting in the car with the binoculars. So Tommy knows he's in mess. So Velo pretty much tells Vincent, this is all your fault. You did this because you allowed Tommy and his dad to get too close in the organization. So I'm holding you responsible for my niece. Anyway, Tommy's like, I'm gonna send y'all the address. Meet me with the recording and I'll have the baby. So he dips up out of there. All of a sudden, he goes back to his house. Kate is sitting here with the little girl. He's talking. Kate is talking too much. The little girl's asking the right questions because she's still trying to get to the bottom of this. She's going to be a problem in Power Book 6. I'm telling or Power Book, whatever it's called. She's going to be a problem because this little girl knows everything. Everyone is giving her bits and pieces and she's smart. So she's sitting there with Kate. Kate's braiding her hair and she's like, yeah, because, Tommy and James, they were best friends growing up, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, oh, really? So Alesia Marie says, does he go by any other name? Does he have a nickname? And because she's trying to get to the name Ghost. So all of a sudden, Tommy busts through the door like, yo, Ma, why are you talking to this girl? I told you not to talk to her. So this little girl has pretty much gotten all the dirt out of Kate. They hear a bam at the door. Bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh, Lord, they came to get the baby. All of a sudden, Tommy tells her, Alesia Marie, and his mom to go to the back. They in the back. He opens the door. This is when Pa's busts through talking about, I need you to get rid of Ghost. I need you to get rid of Jamie, da-da-da-da-da. So Tommy was like, I'm not about to kill Ghost. And Pa's was like, who's Ghost? Then Tommy, he realized he slipped up. I'm not about to kill Jamie. Alesia Marie was in the background like, ding, ding, ding. She knew that Ghost was Jamie. So now she knows everything. This little girl knows way too much. So now Tommy's got to grab the baby. Him and her are off. He's got to go to the drop. They driving in the car, and Alesia Marie's asking all kinds of questions. She's asking, she wants to know what she finds the ring that Tommy had for Lakeisha. And I'm not about to reenact all of this because this is so much, but I want to just say this is the one part of all of Power that actually made me cry. Like, this little girl, she broke my heart, man. She broke me down, y'all. And she broke Tommy down too. And Tommy sat there talking with her and he realized what he needed to do. He realized that he'd been wrong all along. And now he needs to help Ghost. He does, because he knows Ghost is in way more danger than he ever would have thought. So once he gets the phone call from 2-Bit, yeah, that just set everything off. He knows he ain't really got time to deal with the baby right now, with Alesia Marie, the recording. Everything is just too much. So anyway, he meets with Tariq. Tariq goes straight hardcore. Tariq was like thug life about this. Like, yo, you going soft Uncle Tommy? You supposed to kill my father? Tommy's like, listen, I had this thing all wrong. After that conversation with Alesia Marie, he knows he's wrong. And he's just like, I had it all wrong. Everything I thought Ghost did, he did none of that. Ghost has done a lot of dirt, but he didn't do any of the things that I really thought he did. So who's behind it? He knows. So Tariq leaves, right? So Tommy, they separate. Tommy's on his way to go help out Ghost because he knows he's in a lot of trouble. All of a sudden, he gets boxed in by Vincent and his people. And then Vincent, in the midst of all the back and forth, says, well, he hit him with the same line that old boy hit Alesia Marie with. Like, Alesia Marie's like, Tariq? He's like, how you think I found you at your aunt's house? So Vincent says something. Tommy's like, why because you did this to Tariq and this, that, and the other. Vincent was like, well, how you think I found you, Tommy? Tariq set Tommy up. Tariq is still back here doing his little slick stuff, but he's doing it a different way. And I just had to point out in this scene, do y'all see the imprint that the gun left in the back of Tommy's head? Like, this was an intense scene, y'all. And then all the mess, everything just comes to a halt. Oh my gosh, listen, if y'all have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share this video with at least 3 different people. Y'all help me out. Make sure you thumbs me up, comment down below. All of a sudden, Tommy walks into Truth and he sees James on the floor. And I was hollering, y'all. When I say I was hollering. Tommy was hollering and I was hollering. Then all of a sudden, Tommy's like, nah, bro, don't go. And then James looked over to the side. It was like, oh, his eyes got huge. When them eyes got big, Tommy looked up. And Tommy was like, what? You? In the face he made. And he held the gun up and he was about to, get rid of whoever got rid of Ghost. And Ghost is like, no, don't. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Okay. So Tommy knows who did it. Ghost knows who did it. And I know who did it. It was not Ramona, because Tommy said, what? You? Tommy doesn't know Ramona, y'all. He doesn't know Ramona. It was Tasha. It broke Tommy's heart. You killed him? What? Ghost would not have done that for Ramona. Tasha was his wife. He knows how many times he's crossed Tasha. He said, no, Tommy, let her go. Let her go, because he's gotta let Tasha go, because Tasha has to go take care of his kids. Ghost knows what he's done. He knows he got crossed up. And if y'all remember the look that he gave when he turned around and saw the person holding the trigger, holding the gun, I did not think Tasha had it in her. I didn't think that she had it in her. But she had it in her, y'all. And there's nothing he can do. That's the mother of his kids. Let her go. Let her go. Ain't nothing we could do, Tommy. You got to let her go, Tommy. Don't do it. Don't do it. He would not have done that for Ramona. He don't care about Ramona like that. And Tasha don't know. And Tommy doesn't know who Ramona is. Tommy would have been like, who the hell? Pop. And Ramona would have been flipped over that ledge right there laying next to Ghost. So, y'all, Tasha did it, y'all. She did it. Anyway, okay, we moving on. Ghost was like, listen, you got to get out of here, Tommy. The cops are coming. Tommy's like, I'm not leaving you. Ghost is like, you got to go. And man, that scene was so intense. I still have hope that maybe he's not dead. Maybe they got there and had the things and defibrillators and they revived him. And I don't know. But anyway, so he goes to Kate. He goes home to Kate. Kate is sitting there mourning. She's like, I hate you. You did this, Tommy. Tommy's like, I didn't kill Ghost. Come on. With the way he was acting the 24 hours before, I'm with Kate. I would have thought he did it too. Kate was like, well, he left me some money, so I don't even need you. And then she was like, yeah, he left you a bag too. Don't open it here, though. So Tommy took the little pouch. And she told Tommy to get out. Tommy's like, well, I guess you don't need me anymore. I guess I'm not needed here. So Tommy's heart is broken because Kate is looking at him like he's the one that hurt Ghost. So Tommy leaves. We see him in the apartment. He clears out the apartment. Remember the Connect in California? Tommy thought about it. Maybe I just need to get out of New York. I'm gone. So Tommy gets in his car. He got a new ride. Tommy stay with a ride. I'm telling you. But anyway, he gets in the ride. He's driving. He drives up. All of a sudden, he sees Spank. Spank hears the car in the background. Spank looks up like, oh, Lord, he got me. So they have a small talk. I'm watching Tommy's hand. It's in his lap the whole time. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. So Spank is like, well, where you going, Tommy? What you about to do? Tommy's like, well, if I tell you, I got to kill you. California, pop, right now, it's over. So he goes by the auntie's house. He sees Alesia Marie one last time. And I knew just the mindset he's in, he's not going to hurt this baby. He's talking to Alesia Marie. He's like, listen, I just need to know, do you have where's the recording? Alesia Marie hands it over to him because now she respects Tommy, because I think Tommy was the only one who was kind of real with her, even though he kind of did tell her hey, your daddy wasn't as good as you thought. Alesia Marie hit him with, I know he wasn't as good as I thought. No, because I didn't think it. That's what y'all thought I thought. I know he's the one that killed my mom. So the conversation just put both of them in a different position. And Tommy pretty much told her, listen, when you get older, if I'm the man that you need to come see, I'll understand. Because Tommy understands the laws of the street, I'll understand. So Alesia Marie was like, are you here to kill me and my auntie and all that? And Tommy's laughing, he kind of chuckled, absolutely not. He wasn't even there. He didn't want no smoke. So as he's leaving, Alesia Marie's like, wait, there's more. So she goes inside the locker that her dad gave her and pulls out the other copy, the original. And Tommy was like, wait a minute, you had it the whole time? Yeah, she's like, yeah, she gave it to him. So I think that was just them settling whatever score they would have had, and it's just over. Alesia Marie ain't gonna pursue it until she gets older, and gets crazy. And Tommy's just, it's whatever. He's not trying to hurt that baby. So he chews it up. He gets in the car. He's cruising. Looks like he was on the Brooklyn, but I don't know what bridge he was on, but he's out of there. He's leaving New York. So which, this is kind of crazy to me, because through all of this, it was James who wanted out. He wanted out. Tommy was not trying to leave the city. He wasn't trying to do anything. He didn't even want to leave where he was until Lakeisha was like, listen, I need a house out of here, and got her the house in the suburbs. Now Tommy's leaving the whole city. It's just time to go. He needs a fresh slate. And as he's leaving, he's listening on the radio. They say, yeah, James is dead. So now Lorette Walsh, everyone is speculating that Tate is going to be running with her. Tommy was just like, man, this snake, whatever. So he's out of there, and yeah, I love this. This episode was everything. So y'all comment down below what y'all think. There's a whole bunch of stuff I'm missing, but I might do another video on that. Make sure you all subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please thumbs me up. Definitely hit the blue bell for notifications, and share. All right, y'all, have a good one.